This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the RMC support group. It's nice to see everybody. Want to go around and introductions and introduce ourselves to Bina. So, can we start with Richie?
Hi, Abina. My name is Richie Johnson. I am the president and founder of the Chris C.J. Johnson Foundation. I lost my son almost 10 years ago to renal medullary carcinoma, and because of his inspiration to get the word out about RMC, we started the foundation. And then when I met Clarissa and Alexa, and we started, got together, and of course, through Andre's suggestion, we started the RAMC support group. We're the only RAMC support group that we know of in the world. So we welcome you.
Thank you.
And then Daniel and Diana, can you introduce yourselves?
Okay, hello, Abena. Hello,
Hello.
everybody. I am Diana, and here is my husband, Daniel, and we have one daughter and one son. Our little son was diagnosed with renal medullary carcinoma in 2020. Yes, in 2020, and he has finished the treatment last year on December. From December, he is free cancer, and we are very happy for us. And we want to share our experience in this group.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And we live here in Colombia, in South America, and we don't speak very good English. Sorry.
Oh, you guys' English is good.
Yeah.
Alexa, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Binya. Welcome. You've been corresponding with me, so I'm so glad to see you here and that I converted the time correctly.
Yeah.
I was friends with Carissa's husband, Carlos, who was a great encouragement to me during my own cancer experience. And I asked Richie to put me to work, and sure enough, she did. That is what Richie does. If you volunteer, she's going to find some place for you. So we're so glad you're here, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Mm.
And then Andre, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, good evening, Bina. My name is Andre Sneed. I was diagnosed with RMC back in April 2019. Um, went through the gauntlet as far as, kidney surgery, chemotherapy, immunotherapy, radiation. I went through all those treatments. And October 2020, um, I got my first clear scan. So coming up on 2 years. So definitely a blessing, but I just want to be a beacon of light, what I'm saying, to you and to others, let y'all know that, hey, this thing can be beat or whatever. So that's why I wanted to start this support group so we can spread awareness and where everybody can feel welcome to share their thoughts, share their experiences, um, and share their wins or whatever. So um, good to have you with us. Thank you.
Wow,
Anna, do
that's
you want to
wonderful.
introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, my name is Anna. I live in California, and I was diagnosed with RMC in May of 2021. I did 11 months of chemotherapy, also had my kidney removed. And then I found that the cancer had spread to my liver, so I just started a new chemotherapy regimen yesterday. So that's why I'm not on the camera. I'll try to come on the camera in a little bit because I'm just, recovering from the chemo. I have two little boys, almost 8-year-old and a 12-year-old. And so I just want to welcome you to our group.
And then Amaka, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Is it to Abina? Is is that who? Sorry, I'm trying to. Is
Yeah,
Abina the
yeah.
name? Oh, hi, Abina. My name is
Hi.
Linda. My name is Linda. I also live in California. I had surgery to remove my kidney back in May in 2021 and was officially, I'm sorry, June of 21, and was officially diagnosed with RMC July of 2021, and have been on chemo since then. And I'm currently doing a daily chemo pill. I'm on day 4 of radiation for, I have a few nodules in my chest. So we're hoping that that would help to knock out some of those. And I am just recovering.
Wow.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you too. Thank you, guys. Mm.
Yeah. Abina, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, all of you. Um, so this year in April 14th, I I'll go to the toilet and then I'll see the color of my urine changed. So I became alarmed and then went straight to my GP. And then she said, "Oh, let's put you on some few antibiotics and then observe you and see." So I took the antibiotics for a whole week, 7 days. Nothing improved. So I went back and then she told me I have to go and do some CT scan to rule out anything. And it was after the CT scan, she called me that very day, went back, and then I was told they found a mass like 6 centimeters on my right kidney. I was shattered, like, how could this be? And then she went on to ask me, have you ever smoked in your life? Have you ever drank alcohol? And I've never done none of those things. Never. I I exercise, I have a treadmill at home, I eat well, I make sure I do all the right things. And then she advised that I just go and see the urologist. I went there. Actually, the people who did the CT, they told me they also saw some nodules in my chest, so they would suggest that I come and do another chest scan. I did, and then they found nodules in my lungs and then in my airways. So I had to go see the urologist. The urologist said, no, I have to go and see the oncologist. So they ordered for me to do a biopsy. So it was a biopsy which came out that I had RMC. Um, I've got 3 children actually, 9, 6, and then 3 years. So the oncologist told me, oh, in Australia, they don't they don't even have RMC. He's never treated anybody with RMC. It is a very rare kind of disease, a whole lot. I came home, I cried. I don't know what is happening. I live in Australia with just my husband and then my children. Um, so my husband went on to do research on the internet to find out more about this RMC. And I think he found a support group on Facebook, and then he got in touch with Herman's sister, and then Herman's sister gave Dr. Pavlo's email address to him. So we got in. Actually, we went to the oncologist suggested some kind of treatment because I think it was just a normal kidney cancer treatment. And Dr. Pavlo said he would only correspond with my oncologist. So luckily, they got in touch, and Dr. Pavlo suggested a particular regimen. So I have been on this this particular treatment since May. So far I've done 4 treatments, and I did my scan about 3 weeks ago, and then I was told the nodules have begun to shrink.
Oh,
So that is where I am at the moment.
nice.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing, Abina.
How
And
Mm.
then,
old are you, Abina? You mind sharing?
Pardon?
How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Okay. We're going to
Yeah.
continue to pray for you and we wish you the best of luck. You got the right people working on your case.
Okay. Yeah.
so we can go around and see if any, want to see if there's anything that's on people's minds, and if there's anything that they want to talk about. Amaka, do you have anything?
Um, Still dealing with this mysterious pain. I have a PET scan coming up towards the end of the month, and that will tell us if I will continue to stay on the current treatment I'm on, or if I will move forward with the trial at MD Anderson. Um, and dealing with the effects with radiation, my first time doing radiation. So my body is pretty tired. I'm mentally tired, but still trying to remain positive.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good to see you, Amaka. And yeah, I'm glad you're trying to remain positive. That's very important.
Mhm.
Um, so what's the decision like if uh for you to go on the trial or not? What are deciding factors?
Yeah, so my new doctor, basically we want to see if this chemo pill is working. If it's working, then I will continue to stay on the pill. If it shows signs of spreading or growth, then we'll switch to getting myself on the trial. So it really depends on the scan and the results.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like, the usual waiting game.
Yeah. Anna, is there anything you want to talk about?
I don't have anything in particular. I just wanted to ask you, what chemo are you on?
Paclitaxel and then carboplatin.
Okay, good. And you haven't had surgery yet?
No.
No.
So far I've had 4 treatments.
Okay. And did they tell you when you would have surgery?
No, they don't know. They just don't. They didn't even give me the specific number of chemo I'm supposed to have. They just told me I have to go through chemo and then as we go. So I feel like I'm lost. I'm just lost in Australia.
I know what you mean. I feel the same way, and part of it is because it's a rare cancer. So for me, we did 4 cycles, and then they saw that the tumor had shrunk, and that's when they removed it, and then I restarted chemo after that. I think what there's no like specific guidelines because it's a cancer that's not seen very often, and right now I got started on this new chemo also, and I don't know how long I will be on it. I think it's just going to depend on the results. But I imagine if you're having a good response, that's encouraging, and hopefully soon they'll talk to you about removing your kidney.
Abina,
The
do you
network
have
is bad.
Abina, is there anything that you want to talk about or any questions you might have?
Yeah. I am still on the chemo. I could barely hear what Anna said. Anyways, I think my network was bad. Anna, could you please repeat yourself?
Yes. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah. So I was on the same chemotherapy as you, the paclitaxel and carboplatin, and they did it for 4 cycles, and they saw a reduction in the tumor, and that's when they decided to do the surgery for me. So I imagine in you, they're just gonna probably do another CAT scan and eventually say, okay, it's time to operate because you do need to have the kidney removed.
Okay.
And what I was saying is that with this cancer, it's very hard to follow like a, a, a protocol because they're just going based on how you react because there's so few people with this cancer that it's hard to know. Like I've started on this treatment. I don't know how long I'll be on it until I get another scan, and I don't know how long I'll stay on it. Same with the maca. They kind of keep trying different things until something works. So, but
Okay.
you can certainly ask your doctor when am I going to have the surgery because that is indicated for you.
Okay. I'll definitely ask her. I'm supposed to do a phone thing with them next week. So I'll and the thing is when I went in for the CT scan, they did only my chest area. They didn't
Oh,
even do yeah, they
yeah. So
didn't
yeah,
even to a place. So I don't know. I'll ask them. I'll actually find out.
yeah, because they should
Yeah.
see that the cancer has reduced in size in the kidney as well.
Yes. Yeah. They did only my chest area.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Can you ask your doctor to also scan your abdomen and your pelvic area too? Those
Yes.
are the areas
Okay.
that they check. I think for most of us, each time we have our scans.
Okay.
Did you know you had sickle cell trait, Abina?
Yeah, I have known that I have that trait since high school days. So I know my genotype. I was very particular. I have a bit of science background. So I knew I had to make sure I get married to somebody with an AA type of blood, genotype. Yeah. So I knew it. I knew it. So when the RMC, I never knew anything about RMC. The only education I had was that if you are AS, you have a potential of passing on the trait to your children. So you have to be careful with the partner you choose. That was the only education that I had. Yeah. Mm.
Oh. And are you initially from Australia?
No, I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I came to Australia about 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
I am African too. I am African too, from the north, from a small city in
Oh,
the north of Africa.
um,
Yeah, I want to share with you uh, the experience of our son. And in a country, Colombia, like in Australia, it was not the first case; it was the third or the fourth. But it was in the hospital. It was very rare, and our doctors finally, they contact the same doctor for you, Mr. Dr. Paulos Masawal. But in the beginnings, they haven't this contact, they haven't this knowledge, okay? So, difference to Ana Miranda, uh, um, the tumor of our son, it was also 6 or 7 centimeters, okay, in a child of 12 years old, and they keep out
The kidney.
the kidney, and maybe
One more.
Richie can explain better, or if I'm wrong, he can use the correctly words. But I read it one time that if you keep out, maybe in the other places of your body can grow
Aggressive.
faster, more, could be more aggressive. And maybe
Mm-hmm.
that happened to our son because our son have in a noodle other cancer cells, and they grow it in 3 weeks 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so he was very from Julie, who was the surgery, to August. In 3 weeks they grow very fast, and it was crazy. For it was very bad news for us in this moment. And in August, after the second surgery, they found Dr. Masawel with the chemo and the program, and he had at least 2 cycles, and nothing happened. It was in the same size because he was very big. The tumor of the kidney he go out, correct, but the other he grew it also to 6 7 centimeters. He had two more, and this one in the first 2 cycles it was the same side, and it was in the fourth and in the sixth that we can to start to how he reduced it a little bit. Um, I share it with you for give you uh, peace and time because your history is very close to the Ana Miranda. They will give you uh, chemo and not surgery for the moment, and that have maybe a reason. Okay, because in our son it was different. They make the surgery
Immediately.
immediately, but could be could was the reason that they grow it so fast in the other sides of the body. That's what I want to share with you. And
Okay.
well, here is Andre because our son is
Yes.
sleeping. Our son is
Yes.
sleeping today,
But there
but
are hopes, Avena. There are hopes for the cure, and it's very difficult in this time for the diagnosis. Of course, you are a mother with 3 children, and I am a mother too. I suppose the difficult for you and for Anna with children. But I think Dr. Pablos Masowell is doing a very good job for all of with this diagnosis, and and we are sure that you are a very good treatment.
Okay. Yeah, because my children are so young. Uh, I, I just have to survive for them. I just I just have to survive for them. I don't know.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. That's the energy that you need to make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are they doing?
They are good, but my oldest son, he seemed to know. He knows. He knows. Yeah. So sometimes after chemo, I remember the last time I went for chemo, I came back and then after 2 days, I was like I felt sick. I mean, with normal chemo side effects. He came back from school and then he just walked up to me. Mommy, are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, mommy, are you just sick from the normal flu? And I said, unfortunately, no, it's not the normal flu, but I'll be fine. I can see the atmosphere, the energy at home, everything has changed since the diagnosis. But I just have to be strong for them. Yeah, yeah.
Do they know? Did you tell them you have cancer?
Yeah, I had to eventually because he knows me that mom is always busy. If it's not work at home, she'll be at work. And for the past 4 months or so, I've not gone to work. I'm just home. So he knows. He just came up to us with my husband, and then we had to tell him that this is what has happened, and I'm receiving treatment, and everything will be fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I have some resources about how to talk to children about cancer. If you want, I
okay.
can get your email and send them to you.
Yes, yes.
Because it's really hard and they're ongoing conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Both of my sons are seeing a therapist to help them because, they were having a lot of trouble. Like my little son, he was 6 last year, was having a lot of behavior changes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's helped them a lot. But it's hard because you're taking care of yourself, but you never stop being a mom. That job is every day. And so it's a lot on a family. It's like the whole family has cancer, even though it's you who has cancer. You're such an
Yes,
important person in the family. So
yes.
I can email you information.
Oh,
Okay. I'll
I'll
put
be
my
glad
email
to.
if you want to put your email in the chat and then I can get it.
Okay.
And Abina, I can put your email in the chat too since I have it. I'll be happy to do that for you. Okay, sure.
Yes, please. Yes. Could you give me a pen, please?
Andre, is there anything you want to talk about or share? Oh, you're on mute.
Pen. There is pen on the bench.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so later on this month, I'll be traveling to MD Anderson, and I'll be ringing the bell for the first time. So just wanted to share that with the group. Just some good news. 3 years ago, you know,
No entendí.
of I didn't know, really which direction to go. Everything I read about RMC was bad. Um, but I met some good people along the way. Carlos and Miss Richie and Carissa. Um, that helped encourage me. To keep fighting or whatever. So, um, man, I really just put my all into it, and um, I started out with one type of chemo treatment or whatever, and the cancer shrunk for a little while, and eventually it became resistant. So Dr. Masao, he recommended something else. So even even when those what I'm saying obstacles appear, what I'm saying, you just gotta keep pushing through. Um, I think I was on like 3 different chemo treatments. Um, I tried immunotherapy and even chemo in conjunction with radiation. So um, it's definitely not an easy journey, but it's definitely one that you know we all can make it through. Um, just gotta keep pushing forward, and when those obstacles come, you'll have this support group to help uplift you and help you get you over the hump, and encourage you to keep fighting. Um, we'll help you along your way. So um, yeah, that's all I got to say, and I just wish you the best of luck through your journey.
Thanks, Andre. Thanks for sharing. Alexa, is there anything you want to talk about or anything on your mind?
No, I'm just here to support everyone, which is my favorite thing to do. So thank you, Carissa.
Daniel and Diana, is there anything you guys want to else share on your mind?
No, we share it with Avina because all of you know our history. It was only that to be happy to see you again, all of you. and to share with you each news that we have about Nico. Say that uh, before I start to record, sometimes also if he are not in treatment in this moment, unfortunately we feel afraid. That mm, that's incredible how the mind goes sometimes with shadows, but 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 I but we are happy to share that in this moment he's going to the school. He go to his friends with bicycles, and and sometimes we are afraid that a bus or a car crashes him in the bicycle, but that's the typical afraid of the parents. Uh, and sometimes when he came from the school and he say, I'm very tired, or I feel bad, there are the shadows come to you. But anyway, we must to follow every day, and unfortunately the controls is each 3 months, and for the moment we are okay and we hope to continue. It's for that I was asked about Andre, when you finish your treatment, and it's 2 years ago. He only finished it 6 months, 8 months ago. 8 months ago is very early, but we every day is a happy day. Every day is a day to
Celebrate.
to celebrate, to wake up and to celebrate. That's only that.
Um, just to add to that, every um, my oncologist originally only gave me a prognosis of 4 months to live. So um, every day that my scan is clear is a blessing or whatever. So I just thank God every day. And I go into each scan with a prayer, and praying that my scans remain clear, and keep pushing forward. I started out getting scans every 3 months, then it went to every 4 months. So now it's gonna be every 6 months. So eventually I get to the once a year mark, and the further you get away from that first clear scan, the more what I'm saying, I guess relieved you will be, because it's highly unlikely that it'll reoccur the further you're removed from that clear scan. So um, yeah, so the further Nicholas gets away from that first clear scan, I know y'all definitely be more relieved as each day go by.
Okay. Richie, is there anything you wanted to share or on your mind?
I would like to say, first of all, Lois sends her love. They have been traveling, and Filipos, how do you say that? Am I saying it right? Has COVID. So she wasn't able to make it, but I did tell her eventually we will have maybe a Saturday, and if it's in agreement with everyone, where we can get on and have a decent hour for both the US and over in Greece. And also, Dr. Masal has shared with me that there is another clinical trial that should be opening by the end of August. It's immunotherapy, and they're going to be looking at the combination of nivolumab and relatlimab, how it will control renal medullary carcinoma. I did put the link in the chat so that you guys can pull it up and just look at, the study a little more in detail. But, they're working tirelessly trying to find more treatment modalities for patients with RMC. So I really applaud him, I don't care what time of the day or night you email him, he's going to be right on top of it. So I think everyone, that's been in contact with him, you're in great hands. So the main thing is that you continue to stay positive and not give up, because even though you hear that the prognosis is bad, you just keep fighting. Don't let that negativity into your mind. You know, Anna and Abina, both of you guys have children, even Amaka, I've been on you. I've been, just staying on her, because I think time is of essence. And until people understand the significance of getting what's needed in a timely manner, can we beat this thing called RMC. We just lost a kid. I say a kid because I'm an old lady. He's 18 years old. He wanted to graduate, and they haven't been on our support group, so that's why I hadn't really shared a name. But he wanted to graduate from high school, and he was in pain, and he did walk. He graduated, he got his degree, and that's what he wanted to do. He was finally diagnosed in May, but what I'm thinking, since he was 18, I'm thinking he kept some of the symptoms away from his mom. He didn't tell her what was going on with him. So I really believe he was having symptoms long before he finally told it. But unfortunately, by the time he was truly diagnosed in May, it had already spread. It They said stage 3. I really think it was already stage 4, and he passed away August 5th. So that's just 3 months later. So they just let you know that this cancer is one of the worst kidney cancers there is. Not to scare anyone, but just want everybody to understand the significance of taking action, being your own advocate, pushing these physicians to do what they need to do so that you can get appropriate treatment. I love each and every one of you. You know how close I am to you, so I'm still here for you. So feel free to open up whatever's on your mind. Let's talk about it. If you can't fight, we'll fight for you.
Thank you, Richie. Hi, Brian. Brian, do you want to introduce yourself to Abina?
Hi, Avina. My name's Brian. I got diagnosed with RMC probably a little over a year ago. First saw that something was wrong when I started seeing blood in my urine, so I went ahead and got checked out the doctor. Upon getting scans, they saw that there was a mass on one of my kidneys. And went ahead and got a nephrectomy, got that kidney taken out, but some of the cancer had spread to one of my lymph nodes, but that was also removed during surgery. Later on, the RMC spread to my liver and into my lungs, and I'm currently on my second round of medication for chemo. Gemcitabine and the Red Devil, can't remember what the name of it is.
Doxorubicin.
Doxorubicin. And I'm also on a trial drug as well. I just completed my 10th round of that particular medication this past Friday. They're gonna actually go all the way to 13, and then depending on how that goes, they may drop one of the drugs off. But
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, so that's my husband. He did the research and found Dr. Pavlos. Other than that, they would have started me on the normal kidney cancer treatment. Yeah. Mm.
Pretty common to get misdiagnosed. Actually, they misdiagnosed me as well. So.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
and you mentioned that you dropped one of your one of the medications.
No, not yet. They want me. I just finished my 10th. They want me to go all the way to like my 13th round of chemo, and depending on how like my labs are and how everything's like holds up, they may drop one. They don't know yet. But
How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Brian?
I feel better today. Usually, the first couple of days, few days after chemo, I'm kind of just tired, really tired. But overall, I mean, I don't feel too bad. Just take it one day at a time, really.
did your scans show any response to the chemo?
My last scans did, everything was stable. I'm supposed to be getting more scans sometime next month. But yeah, the last scans I got, I think back in June maybe, everything was looking stable, and I think nothing had grown anyway. So that's good.
Right.
Brian, is there any questions you have or anything in your mind you want to share?
Uh, no, not really. Just it's good to see more faces in here and just listen to everybody's story. And I know bad news isn't always great to hear, but the more we get the word out there, the more we can help people. So
And Brian, how's Anessa?
she's doing well.
Good. Okay. Good.
Anessa has a new job, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's been pretty, uh, you know, we all live our lives.
Tell her she can speak to us when she comes back through there.
Okay. How's everybody else doing?
Hanging in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm in Chicago this week. So a change of scenery. I'm on the same time zone as you guys, so this week.
Oh, I do have
So
a question.
oh sure.
Um, so one of the things among the pain that I'm dealing with, I'm also dealing with, excuse me, I have the hiccups, with weight loss. And for any of you who have dealt with weight loss, whether it's yourself or your loved one, what are some of the things that you guys tried that worked to help maintain or increase your weight if you dealt with that?
I didn't have RMC, but I did have cancer twice. Milkshakes saved
Mm-hmm.
my life. That helped me maintain some of my weight, especially when I was having a lot of rapid weight loss, as I would do a milkshake, because even if I couldn't eat, I could usually get that in. And it didn't have to be big, just a small one. And I would try to set goals that were realistic for eating. So even if it wasn't a full meal, even if it was just a bit, that was good. So I kind of changed what the barometer is for success for kind of my situation. And I found that helped a lot.
Mm. Thank you.
Yeah, same thing with me. When I started dropping weight, they just told me to try to get calories in wherever I can, just through let's say through milkshakes or ice cream or whatever calories you can get in. Because a lot of times I didn't want to eat, but you know, having something sweet maybe on hands can kind of help sometimes.
I know Chris tried Insure.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos used to love those too. I'm laughing because his grandma used to drink those too. So it's yeah, but he liked the Ensures.
Thanks, guys.
I can give you mine.
Your insurance?
No, my weight.
Send it over, Richie. Send it over. You overnight it for me, please.
I'll send it to you.
Mhm.
I just had to make you laugh, sweetie.
I appreciate that. Abina, I have a question for you. How is your support group? I know you have your husband and your family. Do you have other folks there that have been supportive?
Honestly, I have not had the courage to tell friends that I've
Okay.
got cancer. I have not. Um, right now it's just my husband. And then I told my pastor, I'm a strong believer. I told my pastor so that they will be praying with me. And my mom, who is still in Ghana. So, like close friends here, they know I'm not well, but I've not had the courage to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I understand that.
because yeah, at the end of the day, I feel it's my own journey. What can they do for me? That
Mm.
is what my mind tells me. I might be wrong, but I don't know. I still don't have the courage yet. Yeah. Mm.
It's normal to feel that way and to just do it on your own time. I felt that every time I told people I had cancer, I had to take care of them because they were so
Mm.
shocked and they were so sad and scared. And then I felt like I had to, you know, make them feel better. And
Yeah.
so it can be hard. So it's,
Mm.
you just do what you can on your own time and maybe pick one person or two people. It helps to have other people because your husband's carrying a lot. He's,
Yeah.
obviously gonna have to take care of the kids and
Mm-hmm.
you. And so sometimes, like you have to help him find ways to get help. That's one thing I often have to do because it's a lot for him, for my husband.
Yeah.
So, you can think about it, and when you're ready, find the right people who you think will be able to help you and support you. But they can do things. People can bring you food. People can take your kids or have your husband over so that the kids are entertained. There's things that people
Yeah.
can do, and they want to help,
Yeah.
but it's on your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Mm.
One thing my therapist told me, which I'm not really good at, but I'm getting better, is to allow people to pour into you. A lot of times I felt like I didn't want to give them the burden, right? Because, like Anna said, I don't want them to feel bad and all these kind of things. But when I chose the select few, because I'm a very private person, but when I chose quote unquote the right people to tell, I had to not just be courageous enough to tell them, but to allow them to take care of me without me feeling like I need to do something in return. So it was a time, and it's still a time for me to be selfish. I don't have a better word to say it, but just to be selfish and let people just love on you without you
Yeah.
having to do anything in return, but just be.
Yeah.
Yeah, well said.
As a mom,
Mm.
that's hard, right? Because we're women and we're usually having to take care of everybody else. But this is a time to let people love you.
Yeah. Mm.
And that is so true. I mean, we are nurturers as moms, but there comes a time that we have to be nurtured. And as hard as it is to allow that, we really need to. And for sure, you need to decrease all stressors in your life. You don't need that right now. So, whatever someone can help you with is a benefit. And you know who your true friends are, who you feel you can
Yeah.
open up to.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. So I wanted to share with you guys. I had like an idea of what the challenge to bring out awareness out. It's called a cookie challenge. Um, so what somebody has to do is put like an Oreo cookie on their forehead and use their muscles, their face muscles, to move down their mouth and get the cookie in their mouth. I wanted, so if you guys want to, I would encourage you guys to do this video and to try to get and challenge people to do this. I'm going to share my video. Let me see. Let's see Krista Moran. I'm here to raise awareness for RMC. RMC is a renal medullary carcinoma cancer. It's a rare kidney
I don't think we
cancer.
can see. I can't see it yet, Carissa. Sometimes it takes a minute to pop up.
Hi, my name is Krista Moran. Can you guys see it now?
We can see ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, I shared the wrong screen. Oh, here we go. Can you guys see it now? Hi, my name is Carissa Moran. I'm here to raise awareness for RMC. RMC is a renal medullary carcinoma cancer. It's a rare kidney cancer that affects young adults with sickle cell trait mostly. So to raise awareness, I want to do this cookie challenge. And in this cookie challenge, I'm gonna have this cookie move from my forehead to my mouth without using my hands, just using my face muscles. And in this challenge, if you lose, you can donate money to the Chris C.J. Johnson Foundation or buy a ticket for the CM Square celebration of life in memory of Carlos Moran. So I'm gonna start. This is hard. Get mad. Yeah. Is it working? Yeah, it's moving a little bit. Yes. We're doing like Charlie Chaplin, moving the eyebrows and stuff. Oh! So I did not complete this challenge. So anybody who watches this video and comments first, I'll buy you a ticket to the CM for a celebration of life that's happening October 1st, Saturday. So I'm going to challenge Kiki Thompson to do this. I'm going to challenge Carly Moran, and then I'm going to challenge Richie Johnson to complete this challenge. Thank you guys for watching. Hi, my name is. So I figured this would be, if you guys want to participate, this is a way we can bring awareness out in a fun way. So I think it's funny. I have somebody that edited this video for me. So if you guys want to send me the videos, like send you a video of you recording it as well, that would be great. I'm gonna put my cell phone in.
That was cute, Carissa.
Thank you.
Carissa was only using the muscles in her mouth. She's trying to get that cookie. I laughed last night. I needed that.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, it is. I must say so, Clarissa. Great job.
Thank you. Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about or any questions?
I would like to share.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Mine can wait. You
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. So Anna, I'm currently on paclitaxel and then the carboplatin, and I don't know. I'm just having palpitations. It comes and goes, and recently I'm having intense body itching, serious body itching.
Yeah. So I think all of us who took carboplatin and paclitaxel had that. It's caused. I'm also a physician, just so you know.
Yeah.
So
I've been watching all your videos. I think I've watched all the videos on YouTube.
and
Wow.
so the paclitaxel can cause what's called neuropathy, and part of the damage that it can do to your nerves is that itching. And it's very, very bothersome. It gets worse as you take more and more of the medicine. I ended up starting on a treatment with a medicine called Duloxetine or Cymbalta. It's Duloxetine. I can spell it. It's
Okay.
Duloxetine. And it's a
Okay.
common medicine. It's an oral pill that your oncologist will know is used to treat the nerve damage from chemotherapy. It helped me. It lowered my symptoms probably like 30 to 40%. It decreased the itching and the burning.
I
The palp
reported it to them. I reported it to them during my last chemo, and then they told me, "Oh, this is new. It's nobody has experienced that."
all of us have
So
it.
they
Amaka had
say,
it. Brian had it. I had it. It's very, especially because we get it at very high doses. And so because we get the paclitaxel at high doses, so that's why we get a lot of those symptoms. So the duloxetine helped. You can also use cooling, like put like something cold because that can help with the itching, with the burning that the itching causes. And as far as your palpitations, that I would check your pulse because like Amaka was having really fast heart rates, and it was because she had anemia. So just check your pulse. Palpitations are also really common with anxiety, and I have had anxiety throughout all of this, and I looked at palpitations too, but I know it's my anxiety. So I would check your pulse. If it's higher than 110 and you're resting, that's something you should let the oncologist know so that they can evaluate more.
yeah, I have reported all that, and they made me they put those I don't know the name to
Do an
check
EKG,
my pardon.
like an EKG.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And
Hmm.
obviously, I had to go to ER the other day, and then I was lying down, so everything was fine. They
Okay.
checked my blood, they said everything was okay, and then sent me home. And I realized that it was improving, but the time it had improved, I was going in for another chemo. So it's like a cycle.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
if they didn't find anything, palpitations can be anxiety, and maybe just pay attention to what you're feeling emotionally, because we're under so much.
Okay. And then they also told me my magnesium levels were low as well.
Your which levels?
My magnesium levels.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have
For
you
the
been?
itching, yes. For the itching, it was getting so bad. I had to go to hospital yesterday as well. And still, they said it's they don't know. So they told me at first they told me I should take Zyrtec. It didn't work. Nothing. And now they prescribed a cream. I'm applying, but I don't know.
Abina, if you don't mind, what hospital are you being treated at?
It's a government hospital, Sir Charles
Okay.
Gardner
Okay, so
in
do
Perth.
they specialize in cancer care?
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Abina, I'm going to ask around because some of our people at ANCAN are actually in Australia. I'm going to follow up with you. I'm going to ask around. I'm going to see if there's anything we can do and if there's any particular cancer resources in Australia that we can potentially help you with. I know another thing that they tell patients with the itchiness is there's a drug here in the US called Claritin. It's similar to Zyrtec, but it can be more effective than other people. I'd ask about that. I'll look up the generic name because it might be something different in Australia, and then you can ask your care team if they think
Okay.
that's okay.
All right. Yeah. Mm.
And then Abina, for me, I used they gave me a topical solution for the itching. that helped
Okay.
me. So whenever the itching would start, I would just put it on like 2 or 3 times a day. So I'll write it in
Okay.
the chat and you can ask them about it, see if that's something that they have where you are. In
Okay.
regards to the heart palpitations, so I'm still dealing with that too. So I could be sitting
Okay.
down and my heart rate will jump to like 124, and I'm not doing much.
Yes.
So I've had
Yeah.
EKGs, I've gone through echo, and much of what Anna said is true. A lot of times they claim that it's my anxiety, the muscle, everything in my heart is fine. So what I do now, I just try to when I see it rising, I literally have to stop what I'm doing, take a deep breath, and calm myself. But they still haven't been able to tell me if it's anything more to worry about. So I understand how you feel. It still happens to
Yeah.
this day. I'm on a whole different treatment plan than what you're on. So
Okay.
Yeah, Vina, I
Okay.
also had an issue with my heart rate rising as well. Um, it's actually finally gotten under control. My resting heart rate used to be somewhere in like the 110s, and they said possibly it's because of my anemia that my body's trying to work harder to provide like oxygen to my body and through my blood and everything, which is why my heart rate was so high. But it's finally gotten to a place where like I think my resting heart rate's probably somewhere between like 85 to 100 now. So um,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and I
I
think
was
once,
worried. Mm. I was
go ahead.
worried because I thought knowing that other people experience that has really put my mind at ease. Yeah. Mm.
yes, and as far as the itching's terrible. I can totally relate to that. I used to walk around with ice packs everywhere I go,
Yes. Oh.
put on my arms
Yeah.
or wherever I started itching.
Yeah.
It really horrible.
Mm.
It's torture.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mm.
I will say one
Okay.
of the times that my heart rate went up, Abina, I also was experiencing lightheadedness, and I think my breath was struggling a little bit. So I went to the ER, and for that particular instance, they saw that my red blood was really low. So they had to give me a transfusion for that particular
Mm.
time. So just throwing that out there. That might be something if they test your blood as well, and they might notice that you're not getting enough oxygen.
Yeah. Okay. Mm. Yeah.
Then Richie, you had something?
Now, I was just going to mention that we are planning a celebration in November. Chris would be 50 years old, November the 18th. And then our foundation was actually founded in November of 2012. We became a 501c3 in April of 2013. So it's our 10th year anniversary and Chris's 50th heavenly birthday. So we're planning a celebration on November the 19th here in Houston. So if anybody's in Houston, let me know and we'll get you there. So we're hoping to have a really good time. Just contracted with the band. So we're gonna live it up. We're gonna celebrate the way Chris would want us to. So I just wanted to share that.
Mm.
Are you gonna stream it?
No,
Oh.
I will have some pictures taken, and I don't know if I'll have a videographer there or not. But no,
And why is that, Richie? Are you expecting some antics that you want to save the bad PR? Like you just don't want a live stream? It's going to get so crazy.
it
Mm-hmm.
probably will get crazy. It probably will get a little
No,
crazy.
no evidence. I got it.
No, I think it's a little expensive to live stream. I
I
found
got
that out through Clarissa. And Clarissa is planning something too. And Clarissa, you could share yours. It's coming up in October.
Yeah, so mine's is October 1st. It's a celebration of life in memory of my husband, Carlos Moran. So that one we decided that we'll live stream. So we'll share the link for you, like you guys, so you guys can be attend that.
It is in the RMC reminder and will be. So if you get the RMC reminder from Ann, you will get the direct link to Chris Johnson's Celebration of Life and Carlos Moran's Celebration of Life until they happen. So just go back to your email and you will find it.
Anybody else had anything that they wanted to discuss or questions?
One last thing, Richie, you were working on getting Dr. Masal to one of our meetings or creating a meeting around his availability. I'm just wondering if there's any updates on that.
Right. He's been extremely busy, but I will reach out to him again to see what day is more convenient for him and go on and take care of that. I'll reach out to him tomorrow, but I know he's been just extremely busy and he's been out of town, but we will make that happen. So what you guys think? An afternoon is good. We'll just do a Zoom, I suppose. We can just do a Zoom call or what have you.
And
What you
we can
think?
do it on this platform too. That's fine. We
Oh,
can use the
okay.
same room. Yeah.
Okay.
If you let me know when he's available, we'll get it scheduled and we can send it out to the group too.
Okay, so is there any day and time that's more convenient for everyone? I know Lois probably would like to join with us. Danielle, you guys on Central Time, right? And then what about Abina? What time is it
It's
there?
it's 9 a.m. 9:10 actually
Okay, so
in
she's
Western Australia.
They're
okay,
about 11 hours difference between us.
okay. So you guys think maybe we would have to bring it earlier. I don't know. Well, let me just come up with something that would probably work. I don't know if we may can keep Lois in the loop because I don't. If we did a Saturday, I'm not too sure Dr. Masal, would be available on a Saturday, but I can certainly ask, and then I'll
Richie,
get
we
back.
will figure it out. We will
We will.
find some way to get him here.
We will. We'll figure it out, and he would be happy to do it. It's just that he's been extremely busy, and it was my heart that didn't want to ask another thing, but certainly he would be happy to join us. I'll make that happen. I'll reach out tomorrow. It's on my to-do list.
Thank you.
And Richie, I'm curious if we go ahead and do a poll. I don't want to steal the thunder, but because RMC is a global cancer, and because we have good ties in the UK and Greece and in other countries, we're trying to figure out if we should add another meeting so some of our friends can join us. So I know Richie was thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So we're also kind of trying to figure that out too, if we should do another meeting, add another meeting, maybe even every other month. Doesn't have to be every month. We kind of just want to get your feedback if you'd come on a different day or time in the daytime so we can adjust for them and kind of have some fellowship. So what do you guys think about that?
I'm fine with that.
Is there any particular day of the week? Because I know we had mentioned a Saturday at one time, but I don't know how many people are working, and that would be the problem too. If anyone is working during the daytime, I know Clarissa worked, Brian worked. Anna, you back on leave? Okay, so
Back
that's
on leave.
you say what?
I'm back on leave.
Okay, I know. It's okay. You're gonna be back there. We know you will.
Yes.
Thank
So, how do you guys feel about a Saturday? I mean, I personally don't mind.
I don't
I'll do
mind.
anything, whatever, because I know Saturdays and Sundays are precious to some people. So, we want to, do the majority of what you're feeling.
And if you have a thought that doesn't come right now, because I know sometimes you need to think about things, just email Richie. I know where to find Richie, and Richie knows where to find me. So if you think about it and you're like, I think this day would be good, I think this time would be good, just let us know. We're just kind of in the development stage of figuring out, you know, with our international audience and now with it being a part of our family, how can we best help them as well? That's just where we're coming from.
See, it's morning where Bina is, and it is probably close to morning. No, it's like 3 a.m. or something in Greece, 2 a.m. somewhere up in there. So we're gonna have to really think about it. Okay, Clarissa, you're good at the sorting things out like this, so I'm gonna put this on you.
Okay.
You got it, Clarissa? What time would work for all of us? That's a convenient time. We'll let you think about it, and then
Okay.
you can email me next week.
Okay.
I give you the rest of the week.
So we have 11 hours. Was it
Greece is
11, 12 hours for me? Um, what's that? Okay.
I have
And
a
then we
question.
got, yes, Sabina.
Yeah. So this question is to Andre. I hope I pronounced your name right, and maybe Anna, and then Amaka. Please, do you have any specific diet you guys followed, like a plant-based diet or something during treatment, or because
I
there
didn't.
are heaps. Yeah,
I
what
didn't.
I'm asking is, did you have any? Are you having like any specific diet whilst you are doing treatment, like a plant-based diet? There are heaps of videos on the internet trying to debunk having animal like diet with animals in it and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I, I tried a plant-based diet for like it lasted probably about 1 month, um, and I ended up giving it up because it was me and my mom was doing too much traveling, so it was kind of hard to keep it up. But dealing with the side effects of chemo and you know weight loss, and you got to worry about blood cell counts and everything like that. I mean,
¿Cómo se dice
eventually I
hueso?
just started just eating to kind of keep my strength up and my energy or
Tengo
whatever.
que,
So
tengo que comer algo
um,
riquísimo.
I was just eating pretty much whatever tastes good to keep my energy up. That's it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm the same way. I don't follow anything particular because your appetite is so decreased with the chemo that I just sort of eat the things that I enjoy eating. Of course, trying to make sure you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables and plenty of fiber and food that has that I make sure I get enough fruits and vegetables. But I don't eat a lot of red meat to begin with, but I do eat chicken and fish. Um, I have a sweet tooth, and and food brings me joy, so I eat cake and cookies.
Um, Anna Hypocrisy. In the beginning, when I wasn't having such issues with eating, my mom and I just focused on a well balanced diet more so. So it was I still ate chicken. I reduced a lot. I don't think I ate red meat in the beginning. I don't really eat it now anyway. A lot of fish, um, fiber for sure. I increased my fruit intake. So I just tried to have a more balanced diet, and I try to reduce salts. And I think one of my nutritionists said to reduce potassium, and it was something else. Potassium, maybe it was salt. But besides that, it's just more about me trying to have a more balanced meal each meal.
okay.
We, our son, we gave to him uh, bone soups. We prepare the bones well, it was not us, it was the mother of Diana, who the name is Bone Broth. That means something for you, Bone Broth. But what this the mother of Diana prepared, and we give to him not all. We prepare a soup of vegetables, and we put a little bit of that. At the beginning, we give to him, and he hated, and he hated his fathers and mothers. But we mix it with vegetables, with different kinds of vegetables, and well, he was 8 cycles of cisplatino, carboplatino, and the others,
Lactitaxel,
lactitaxel and all of
emcitabine,
that,
and
who
bortezomib.
reduce a lot of the energy of the blood. And he had in the 8 cycles only one transfusion of blood. In some cases, he stopped it. It was not enough energy in the blood, but only they give to them only one transfusion. We think that this it was the grandmother who take care of him, no? But we share with the Colombian family, and say that many people like fish, make the soup with fish, but in our case, it was with bones, and you prepare and you mix with other. And we gave to him in the beginnings. We will look for you a specialty of leaves, only 2 leaves of one tree, and we give. Maybe that is superstition, not it was not scientific, but all we can share with you, and if you like this kind of tea with the leaves and that help you, better for you, and we gave you the name. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, Avina, one of the things you can do is you should be able to request a consult with a nutritionist because of your diagnosis, because they want you to try to eat what you can. So, just I would ask to be seen by a nutritionist, a dietitian. I'm not sure exactly what the certification is in Australia, but I think that would be very helpful for you because it sounds like that was helpful for Amaka as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And a
Thank you.
whole bunch of water.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
And Daniel, someone told me also about bone broth, that
Mhm.
bone broth is really good after chemo. And so my mom and I tried it. Like your son, I didn't really like it, but it's supposed to also give you a lot of energy. So I heard about that. And I had to eat more liver, not my favorite thing, but also helped me as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else anybody had before we close? All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. It's good to see you all.
Have a good night. I'm going to stop the recording.